Well, hello. We're back together again, and I'm happy to be here with you. And today, maybe we'll talk about love magic because we all ponder that. We've all probably dabbled in that a little bit. Um, it can be very tricky because when you have a specific person in mind and you use that name in that spell, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person's correct for you because that person could have hidden issues or agendas and it may not be your person. So it's very hard to do, but you should never use someone's name in a love spell. But the love spell should describe the kind of person that you would feel comfortable with and want to share your life with them and be happy with them as much as possible. And love, to me, love has so many definitions. And I'm not so sure about relationship love for myself anyway. I don't think I've ever given my entire heart to any man, but I don't know about that. But I do know about universal love and agape, they call it. That I do love you. I love the people of the earth. I love the animals, all the living things on our earth. I do love in a way that I try to use my energy to enhance your life. That's why we're doing this right now. Is when I start reading cards for you, it's because I want to help your needs. It's my only way of doing that, and it's lovely that I can reach people from this method. It's absolutely astonishing for someone who was born in the 1930s, where Coca-Cola was a nickel. And you're lucky if you had a phone that was connected to five other people. You shared phones. And that was the limit. I mean, we didn't have a cell phone. We didn't have any of that, none of it. And no television, just plain old radio, which was great for me. I mean, that gave me more imagination than you can think because my father played classical music on the radio almost every day. And it was a good background for an imaginative mind. That's all I have to say about that. But when you're doing things for love, I mean, let's look at the whole picture. What do we do for love? Well, we try to look our best. We try to behave in a loving way. We try to be attractive. And attraction is much easier than when you cast a love spell. The person isn't going to go daffy, fall madly in love with you, and come up and just tell you. It's never going to happen that way. Well, I don't know, but it never has that I know. But love, a love spell is an attraction spell. And especially when you use love potion. And love potions are one of the best way to attract that kind of energy. Wearing crystals like rose quartz, garnets, all the beautiful red colored jewels, and of course quartz crystal. Carrying herbs, either in your bag, or some people can just, I don't know. My aunt used to stuff money into her bra, and she used to call it the Shamanic Bank because there was a Shamanic Bank at that time. But she also took herbs and things that were for attraction, and she put those in her bra as well. And men can put those herbs and things in their pockets, in their jeans, or women too can do that. And that's not a bad idea because these mixtures that we know of don't attract people who are dangerous or evil or mean anything bad. And that is the good part about it. And that's how you need to charge your herbs or your crystals or your spell. And that's why when you write a spell, the proper way to write a spell is I ask in the name of, and then choose what deity or the universal mind, the god and goddess, and you say, I ask in the name of, and you can put your name in there, I, da da da, ask in the name of the universal mind, that I be granted, and then you list the love that you want. I be granted a person that is blah, 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 blah. And at the end, you always write, I ask this to be correct and for the good of all. And that means when you attract someone, it's not going to be someone harmful. And it will be someone who is on the list of possibilities. And that's what you really want to have happen. Sybil Leek was a friend of mine, and Sybil always on the back of her spells, she wrote a little poem that she created, and some of the Cabots still use it. And it reads this way: in no way will this spell reverse or place upon me any curse. And of course, you're welcome to use it, and I have written that on the back of a couple of spells. When you write spells too, you don't want recycled paper because you don't want any other kind of words or mixes of energies. So that's the only time we don't use recycled paper. Of course, we use that for everything else. So you want a clear type of parchment to write your spells. Oftentimes, it's best to ignite it. After you've read it out loud, you cast a little circle around yourself, light a red candle, and today you should be wearing red. It's the day of red, color of the day, or black, which it brings in all colors. So lighting it is an important thing. When you light a spell, to burn it, you have to have a little ash pot that you keep your burnt spells in, and you pick up a piece of paper to write your spells. And I don't have a piece of paper right now, but I'm going to ask a technician to get, well, we don't have a technician that can move right now, so I'll use this envelope and show you what I'm talking about when I'm telling you to be careful how you burn a spell. And we have our little ash pot right here, waiting. I read the spell out loud and asked it to be correct and for the good of all, and now I'm going to set it on fire. Well, what you should do is hold it this way, set it on fire here, and let it burn. And if it starts to go out, you tip it a little so there's more and more. And when it's burnt about to here, you drop it into your ash pot and let it finish burning. But what I've noticed for many years now, people do it in a really weird way. They go like this. They set that end on fire, then they do this end, and then this end, and now they have this huge flaming piece of paper, and and they have to drop it instead of allowing it to burn properly. And other people will do this. They'll make a tunnel, and they'll put the fire there, and the flame goes right up inside there and can burn you. So being very careful about how you burn the paper. And your ash pot, of course, you keep, if you're burning spells, and we burn most of them, I think. And if you've written one that you've never written before that sounds really powerful, you want to copy it so you can put it in your book of shadows, because once you've burnt it, it's gone out into the universe to come to fruition. But casting love spells, I think it's a good thing to do. And a lot of it has to do with courage about love. I've not ever been good with romantic love. I've been too distracted, I would guess, with a lot of other things. But like I said, I've always been like you, involved with the love of animals, the love of the plant world, and the love of people, all people, big, tall, small, and all those people who unfortunately don't have the knowledge to use magic, and so they can't project food, they can't project for shelter and safety and all that. And there are millions of people who have no knowledge of the science of magic. And this is one of our goals as witches, is to help people learn if they wish to. You don't have to be a witch to use magic. We all have it. And that's very important to understand. It's not unimportant. It's not frivolous. We manifest our entire world with magic through our brain. Our brain comes up with an idea, and like Tesla or, all the great scientists of the world, it came from the universal mind through their psychic ability to help create things. And you create your life. Now, the full moon is coming. So if you're going to do, I think the full moon's Thursday, is that correct? Or do you know? I think, is the full moon Thursday? I'm not sure exactly. But anyway, it's this time, it's really a good idea to do it, cast your circle the day before the full moon, because the day of the full moon is void of course. We never do magic during a void of course moon. Now, how do you find out when that happens? Well, Llewellyn puts out an astrological calendar that lets you know the dates and times of the moon's travel through the planets. And that's how you understand it. It's a wonderful thing to do. And it makes your magic so much more precise when you know not to cast a spell during a void of course moon. They have no idea what the moon is actually doing, and it could muck up everything you're trying to do. So let's dress in black this time on the day before the full moon and cast your spell. And a spell for, everything that you need, and ask it to be correct and for the good of all. This moon should change a lot of things for people. It's a very strong full moon. It could find the job. It could help you make more money. It could help you be safer. It could help you to be healthier. All the things we need and want. And right now we really need almost all of those things. And even food. We need food. We need help for the farmers and the people who are trying to supply the food as well. So there's so much magic work to be done with this particular moon. And of course, the day after the full moon, it means the moon is waning. The minute it goes by time, all of a sudden at a certain time, the moon is at its peak. It's huge. And 2 seconds later, it's diminishing. It's already diminishing. The light is going dimmer, and we call it a waning moon. And so the next 3 days after the full moon, it's good to do spells to get rid of obstacles, to get rid of illness, to get rid of depression, all kinds of magic that is necessary and good. And we still ask that it's correct and for the good of all. It's very important that we do that. So I hope I'm going to help you do some magic, and we all need it. Each one of you. I'm so happy you're here even to listen to this, because I'm hopeful that your magic, I know your magic is extremely strong. And as a group, all of us together right now, if we just close our eyes and project for one thing together, I'm sure it would manifest very quickly. We can't judge how much time it takes for things to manifest, but they will manifest. I think we should all close our eyes for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, not even that long. Let's do it a couple of seconds, and all project for the end of this virus and this illness. So let's do that now. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. Close your eyes. All together now we will project to the universe to destroy and to get rid of the virus that is causing all the problems and illness. We ask that it's dissipated now. And we ask this is correct and for the good of all. So mote it be. There, it's done. We just did a universal spell for ourselves. Now I'm going to start doing